heroes and zeros, actually, because zeros because it rhymes. Well, let's start with heroes. Give me a hockey hero so far in these first 2 rounds. Guy jumps out at you.
That's a good question.
Dale Weiss comes to mind.
Weiss?
For Montreal, and he's done, on a fourth-line player scoring goals like that.
Well, okay, I'll go with Brian Bickle.
Okay.
He's paid a ton,
yes.
but he had 11 goals in the regular season.
Right.
11 goals in 80 games.
Right. Well, it doesn't have to be an unsung hero.
So now we're sitting, he's got 5 goals in 8-9 games.
Right.
So there's a guy that has completely changed his game, become an integral part of Chicago again. Fantastic story by the Big Bick, and we're used to it playing well in the playoffs. But they probably, thought, well, we're not the way he's playing the regular season. And he was being, he was being talked to in Chicago. He was being disciplined in Chicago for the way he played. He took a lot of heat in Chicago, and now he's back to being loved in Chicago again by the way he's playing.
How about villains? Everybody's favorite villain, Matt Cook, should be just about set to return for the Wild, coming back from suspension. Any other villains out there for you?
I got to go with. I'm going to go with a pair, and I hate to do this, but I got to go with San Luis and Nash for the New York Rangers. Yeah. They're not villains, but 2 guys like this that are this good, they play every power play. Rangers got the worst power play in the NHL, 0 for 32, 33, 34, 35. Take your pick. They're giving up shorthanded goals against. And Nash and San Luis don't have a point in this series. That just can't happen. If you're going to beat a team like Pittsburgh, which was vulnerable, your stars got to be your stars. That's, you can say, well, how come these guys get picked on all the time? These guys get picked on all the time. They're the best. They're paid the best. They get all the credit when the going is good. They got to take the heat when going isn't good, and right now the going is not good for the New York Rangers.
St. Louis, I think, came out and commented it was the worst playoff game he's ever played in.
I don't know if he had a shot. The Rangers only had 15 shots in that game, and they had 4 power plays, I believe, and they gave up a shorthanded goal. So yeah, and it's got to be killing Marty, not contributing and not dominating because he's used to. But the Rangers look terrible. There's no other way to sugarcoat it.
And Nash, to his credit, I think he's playing hard. He's throwing the body around. He's doing some other things. But when you're a goal scorer, you're judged on scoring goals. And he's paid like a goal scorer, and he's not scoring goals. He's getting booed at the Garden.
Hitters make $800,000 a year. Nash makes $9 million a year.
No,
you're paid to score, baby.
Right. So what do you? I mean, I guess you keep pressing. How about your Lane Vigneault there? What do you want to do? Do you not put him on the power play?
I think it's
you can't win if he doesn't score.
But you'll win if you get 1. Right. You don't need 5 power play goals. Just get 1. And
from him or from the unit?
Anybody from the unit. So, what Lane will do is you'll keep putting them out there and hopefully. And they did have a couple good moments. They moved the puck around pretty well. They had not in this game, the game prior. Game 3 they had some good moments. Game 4 they had nothing going on. So yeah, you got to have them. You're not going to beat Pittsburgh without these 2 guys being contributing forces. So just like Pittsburgh did with Crosby, and he was scoring, just keep putting them out there. Maybe different situations. Try and get them out there against the 3rd set of defense for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Things like that. But they've been out in 5-on-3s. They've been out in 5-on-4s. Just not getting the job done.
It's,
in the regular season, what you do is you'd put 5 guys that have never been in the power play. Like, that's when I got in the power play.
Right.
When your power play was so bad, they would look down the bench and the coach would say, Melrose, you're up. and you'd put 4 other guys with me and never been in the power play. You break the mood anyways. The guys would have some fun with that anyways. And we'd go out and work our butts off and maybe we'd get a couple shots in net.
Were your skates even laced up that you were probably so surprised you weren't ready to go?
Well, I usually loosen them during the power play. That was 2 minutes I could ease my feet, but after that happened once, I was a quick learner.
Those delicate feet you have.
I was a quick learner.